Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if it's your first time. My name is Jacquestopus, but my friends just call me Creepy. Boo! Happy Halloween to everyone. I was really hoping to do something Halloween themed. I had a whole game plan for Alan Wake, and unfortunately, Alan Wake has turned into quite the endeavor. I kind of saw it as like each episode is a video on my channel. It's a perfect, you know, it breaks itself out. Each episode has taken me 3 hours. So I have 3 hours of raw footage that I then have to, you know, edit down. And I've tried over and over and over again to cut out as much of the horse shit as I can. And I still wind up with an hour-long video. And it takes me so long to edit. So I'm getting through it. We're gonna get those up there. But unfortunately, I did not get to do the original plan, which was to have all of Alan Wake 1 completed by Halloween, and then on Halloween I wanted to debut Alan Wake 2. I'm really disappointed in myself for not getting that done. There's poor planning on my part, so for that I apologize. That being said, I will finish out Alan Wake 1, and as soon as I'm done with that, I am jumping right into Alan Wake 2, but I'm gonna cut Alan Wake 2 up into smaller segments so that it's not so annoying. And also, I've decided to do something else. I've thought long and hard about it, about what I want to do. I have settled on revisiting a classic. This is a game that I used to play all the time when I was younger, and it was creepy. It's so weird. And I don't know, I'm gonna try it. I don't know how it holds up, or if it holds up at all. But today, we're gonna play Exmortis. If you were around my age, if you ever got onto like newgrounds.com or any of those sort of flash style game channels, you are familiar with Exmortis. It was a point and click style game. It was almost like a visual novel would be considered today. It was like the early days of that, a flash version of that. The backstory for this is precisely this.
You wake up in the woods with no memory of how you got there. Nightmares of blood and screams still echo through your mind. It's late and it's cold. Unless you can find shelter fast, you won't last the night. You spot a house in the clearing up ahead, and left with no choice, you decide to shelter there for the night. Soon after, you begin to realize that death is a welcome choice compared to what lies waiting for you inside.
That's how it starts out, and you find this cabin, you start exploring, and weird shit happens. Let's jump in. Ooh. Here it is. You wake up in the woods with a lump on your head. You can't remember how you got there. All you can recall are the dreams. It's late, cold, and you are unsure of where you are exactly. Fighting through the headache, you regain your focus. You see a house in a clearing and decide to take shelter there. Anything is better than freezing to death in the woods. Yes. So what made this game so creepy was like the art style was very it was almost real. All right, so here I am in the woods, and here's the cabin, and I guess we're gonna there it is. I almost can't see. Front door. Now hang on, can I go back? Can't. These stairs lead up to a second level. A hallway shrouded in the shadows. Let's go in the shadows. Why not, right? Hallway leads off to darkness. Just another painting on the wall. Going into random doors now. The sound in this game is so good. It really creeps you out. Ooh, this is what I'm talking about, man. This is such a well done game. The handle turns, but the door refuses to budge. It's almost like someone is holding it closed. Okay, so you can't go in there. Can't do anything with the fan. Painting though. Ooh. Pentagram. Well, minus a circle. Do you have to have a circle for it to be a pentagram? I don't know. Let's continue down the hallway. Should play this in the dark with the lights off. Go to the right. Kitchen. What's crazy is this is not an old looking house. I mean, it's old for today's standards, but like when I was growing up, this is like maybe 80s aesthetic, 70s, but it's not like early 1900s or something like that, right? This house is much newer than you would expect. It's got a dishwasher, for crying out loud. The microwave. There seems to be blood dripping out of it. Oh, great. Oh, there's a head. A severed head! It appears to be a fresh kill. Wherever the killer is, he will probably be back soon. And I don't want to be here when he returns. Oh, you can open these. Cupboard appeared to be empty. Oh, what's this? Knife sits on the shelf. That is an intense knife, a bloodstained knife. You should probably arm yourself with a slightly larger weapon. I mean, I'll take anything though, right? Like that would be what a smart person would do, is just take literally anything you can. Let's go into this door. Lounge room. Blood stains these chairs. There's nothing of interest on this coffee table. Blood on the floorboards. Looks like something's been dragged through here. Tattered diary sits on the table. Read the diary. Ooh, wow. May 24th, 1997. See, the 90s. An unusually eventful day today. I stumbled across an unusual find whilst out hunting for deer in this remote wilderness. Stalking a wild steed into a clearing, you can only imagine my surprise to find a house, old and seemingly abandoned, but still standing strong. An interesting find, one that certainly has me curious. It appears that the house has been abandoned for almost 10 years, and currently resides under the control of the local government, but I must admit that I feel drawn back to the house, mostly out of curiosity. But I cannot deny that there is something else about that place that has me yearning to return. May 28th. I could not put it off any longer. I called in sick to the office today and decided that I could retrace my steps into the wilderness to once again find the house, which has been foremost on my mind of late. Why does this guy talk like this? You're in the 90s. Anyway, once I plucked up enough courage, I pushed open the unlocked front door. I was and still am amazed at the state of the place, considering that it had been empty for so long. My curiosity took me through the kitchen, bedroom, and lounge room before a thumping noise from the roof on the second level startled me so much that I ran straight out the front door and back through the forest to my automobile. May 29th, I had a nightmare last night. All I can remember is the blood and the frightened screams surrounding me. The house. The house was in my nightmare too. I called in sick to work once again so that I could venture out to the wilderness and explore the abandoned house once more. I repeatedly scoured through the house for anything interesting, heading back through previously visited rooms. Once again, as I passed through the hallway outside the main bedroom on the second level, I heard heavy thumping, coming from the roof. In the limited time that I had before dusk, unfortunately, I did not uncover anything that would help me explain the mysterious disappearance of the most recent tenant. May 31st. I am bound to this house, and I feel that I do not have the strength or the resolve to run back to my car at such an advanced hour. I failed to uncover anything that could help the cause. But what I did find seems far more precious and disturbing than I could have ever hoped for. As I was scouring the library for any misplaced photos or letters, I almost tripped myself over a leather-bound book sitting in the middle of the dusty floor. Picking up the book, I felt a slight empowerment rush through me. I wondered what knowledge the scribe had passed down the ages for me. Enchanted by this aging literature, I retreated back into the lounge room, settled down in one of the most comfortable chairs, and continued to read through the contents of this book. Written in what seemed to be a red ink of some sort. Come on. A lot of the content didn't initially make sense to me, as the majority of it is written in a language that is foreign to me. But in the back of the book, there were abridged translations by Mr. Xavier Rahim from 1890. Things from this point became rather blurred and frighteningly surreal. The sound of the distant forest animals stopped, as if all life paused, waiting for my next move. I listened closely, and all I could hear over my heartbeat and rasping breath was the whispering that I shrugged off before. The whispering slowly got louder, until it sounded like a dull roar. I felt multiple hands pin me down to the chair by my upper torso, but every time I flailed my arms out in front of me, they connected with nothing but air. The harder I was pressed against the chair, the harder it was for me to breathe, and soon I could not breathe at all. I blacked out. The last thing I remember was a flash of my nightmare from the night before. A flash of the blood. A flash of the screams. The house. I woke up about 20 minutes ago, slumped in the same chair. It is now long after dark, and I dare not brave the sub-zero temperatures of the woodland winter to return home this evening. Tonight, we'll be staying here in this accursed house. I pray that I survive the night. I was what, the 31st? God, that was a long entry. 31st, yeah. June 1st. Plagued by nightmares more vivid than I care to remember, I awoke screaming. I was incensed to fight the freezing conditions outside and return home. But I was scared to move from this spot. They started whispering to me again. I want to leave, but I can't. They won't let me. What have I released upon this world? June 3rd. Vlau spoke to me today. Vlau? Bleo? Yeah, we'll go with Vlau, sure. It is he who is spoken of in the Exmortis. June 30th. This guy's been here for over a month now. They still torment me. Keeping me here. Keeping me alive. They need me to... I can't even write of it. June 20th. I feel my sanity has almost left me. The Ancient shows me images of his former glory. I don't understand why they want me. Why they need me. July 26th. I am actually surprised. They only seek my assistance in aiding the inevitable. But why do I continue to resist? But at this moment, I can't think of a single reason why I should. August 13th. They smile upon me now. Strangely, though, I like it. I find myself basking in the warmth of their chilling promises. August 22nd. I am comfortable. And I am learning about the true nature of the world and what is beyond it. I am becoming much more than human with every moment that I spend under their patient tutelage. I have become tempted to throw this journal into the fire on many occasions. Reading over its pages only reminds me of how weak I used to be. I've lost track of the day, but I am sure that I have been here for over a year. I can rejoice, though. We will have company. A group approacheth to provide me with the everlasting cup of life. Wrath, death, blood. My day has finally arrived. The Exmortis shall make the world remember what was, and I will be integral in reinstating what will be. I can see them now. A group of campers, as I was promised. 3 male and 2 female. Now all I can do is wait. Wait for my time. Become their hand. Immortality beyond patience. Patience beyond the dominion. I can taste it now. Anoint me, Lord Vlau. The time has come. That's kind of freaky, yo. I don't like that. Alright, let's see. Nothing of interest on the coffee table. Nothing. I think perhaps it's time we leave. Oh, fantastic. There's an A on the forehead. Alright, time to go left. We should be leaving, but oh, door seems to be locked. Well, good for me. I should leave anyway. And notice that I can't leave just yet. I don't like that. These stairs lead up to the 2nd level. Let's go. 2nd level hallway. Moonlight streams through this window. Oh, I can go that way, or I can go that way. Right or left, baby? I guess we'll go right. Thumping. Oh, fantastic. Blood. What's that? I don't like that. Gramophone is unplugged, but it's still rotating. How is this possible? Oh, it's this. There's no breeze in here, so why is this roof lamp swinging? Painting on the wall is of a familiar landscape. Oh, what's this? There was a safe hidden behind the painting. Wow, I didn't see that coming. Sarcasm. Gotta look for some code. The bedspread is soaked in someone's blood. get into the closet? Is that what that is? Oh, the bathroom. Fun. Just an ordinary, if somewhat dirty, bathroom sink. Oh, a key. Look at that. Found a key lodged in the pipe of the sink. Weird. Window is boarded up, maybe by someone who valued their privacy? Aha! I don't think that's the case, my friend. Bathtub is filled with what seems to be blood. Oh. Ash to the roof might lead to the attic. Let's not go up another level until we check this side first. What's nice about this game is that there are some jump scares, but there's also this sense of dread that radiates throughout it because you know something terrible is happening. The door has no handle. So I can't even open it. Well, up to the attic. Let's go. There it is. Looks like an attic. Could that be where that thumping is coming from? Very loud. You know, you should be a little quieter if you're gonna climb up into some random houses like this. Oh, there's your code, 3489. Appears to be something scrawled on this plank. That's a body. Torso hung up by their arms has been ripped to shreds. You wretch at the mere sight. Where does that key go to, I wonder? 3, 4, 8, 9. Enter. Access granted. What do we got? Oh, great, a human heart. It appears to be a human heart. What is this? A dark leather-bound book entitled Exmortis. Sure, let's read that. That makes sense. This is... How do you read that? Ugh!
The Book of Exmortis. What was? Before the dawn of man and beast, the earth realm was ruled by the ancients. Mystical beings transcending life, death, time, and reality as most mere mortals know it. The days before life and light were ruled by darkness and chaos. The ancients roamed the plane of existence and lived on the blood of conquest and ruled ever lesser entities. There were many of these ruling archaic spirits. However, one by one, ever many millennia, their greed and arrogance saw them turn against each other. They sought blood, destruction, and dominance over their own kind, and many immortal sentients met their demise as a result. The consolidation of the remaining power saw the ancients' rule divided amongst the remaining three. Azrael, Kvafta, and Blau frequently exerted their wrath and cruelty through their ferocity towards each other's dominion. The blood of many was spilt as the remaining three fought against his brother for the spoils and power that they each possessed.
Fucking hell, man. This is gonna take forever.
Upon the battlefields of Azrael's forces reduced to their armies of loud.
Okay, I can't do this whole damn thing, man. This would be super sick, but like, there's so much there. What will be prophecy in the word of Blau speaks of the coming of the house, hand of repose. That's what it sounds like that guy is. He was saying in his thing, oh, I'm the hand. So basically, Blau was a leader in a whole thing. He got, overtaken by his armies, then his armies got overtaken by man, and then man started a cult, but they eventually were killed off by other people who had other beliefs. And then, so all that's been around is this book, and Blau's been waiting for someone to read the book and go, oh yeah, that's it, I'll be his hand. And so now the prophecy is that eventually someone will awaken him. Rite of charging the hand, translated from the Aramaic cult of Exmortis scrolls. The rite of charging the hand reads as follows.
Devoured the crimson life of 5, marks of love given to thee. Mirrored below the soul survive. What was, what is, and what will be.
Xavier Rahim, 1890. Blau, corporeal form. That guy looks sick. Okay, so that was a lot to read, but basically just a history lesson. Cool, thanks. Let's get the fuck out of here. I don't like that. Stop talking to me. Why am I here? What is wrong with me? Oh, look, a hand. A severed arm. This house is turning out to be a graveyard. Yeah, why are you still here? Don't sleep here, dumbass. A shelf filled with miscellaneous books on the occult. The word remember is smeared in blood on this mirror. Bookshelf so filled with volumes of books. Is there anything else in here that I should be looking at? Ah! Hey, okay, that just happened to stick out. Xavier Rahim. GR. The tale of my daughter Gwen is a sad and sorrowful fable. I refer to it as a fable, for my mortal brain cannot begin to comprehend the horrors that I have witnessed in this house. So I cast what I have witnessed into my memory as delusion and morbid fantasy. My small family moved to this house of solitude last summer to escape the perils of society and mourn the unfortunate death of my wife Julia. Tuberculosis claimed her life only months before my move to this place. Hindsight is a beautiful thing, and knowing what I know now, it was a move that I would never make again. The days rolled onwards towards inevitability, and my daughter and I continued our simple existence. Being a scholar myself, I enjoyed passing the time reading the literature left here by the previous owner of this detached house. Many of the fine works kept here proved to be very old and of extreme interest to me. Some works proved very challenging indeed and very hard to translate. The library provided here had an abundance of books, flavored with subjects focused on the occult. One particular book caught my interest, simply titled Exmortis. The word is a derivative of Exmortis. The same word, there's just a space in there. Which loosely translates to the dead, yes. It was from the moment that I finished translating this book from an unusual dialect of ancient Aramaic, mind you, and read the final English translation that our troubles here began. Well, that's why you never read Latin in a book, or Aramaic in this case. You just don't. You see a creepy looking book, and it's got some Latin, or some Aramaic, or some other language, you just don't read that shit. My daughter, the only other occupant of this house, grew distant from me over the course of the following week. She had developed rageful tendencies towards my parentage, and she started having seizures, which worried me immediately at the time. But these unusual events didn't limit themselves to my daughter. I began having nightmares of so ghastly that I dare not recall them. Suffice to say, I was concerned by the disturbing change to both my daughter and I. After the first week, the hallucinations began. I recall hearing noises and whispering, as well as sighting movement in my peripheral vision. I constantly had the feeling that someone was in the room with me, but upon searching, it was clear that I was alone. My dear Gwen, however, became less active all of a sudden. She was almost catatonic at stages. Not reacting to conversation or physical prompting, she would just shuffle her petite form around the house and stare blankly through me whenever I confronted her. It was shortly after a month of this behavior that I began to notice certain physical changes in my daughter. She seemed withered in her appearance, but her face would at times seem bloated and twisted horribly. It wasn't until a fleeting moment in my day that my hope was crushed forever. My darling Gwen broke free from this new personality that had gripped her for months. She screamed and cried for me to help her, to save her from the monsters that now plagued her body. All that I could do was hold her in my arms and assure her that I would free her from the prison she was trapped in, and then she was lost forever. The Gwen that I loved had resurfaced for only a minute, but to me it was enough to realize what had to be done. That night, while she slept in her room, I crept in with a dagger in my hand and plunged it deep in her heart. She writhed and convulsed in agony, while all I could do was just watch and sob from the corner. In her dying breath, the real Gwen locked eyes with me and spoke.
Thank you, Daddy.
Damn, that's fucked up. I sit here now recounting the events that led me to this point in my insanity. My wife and daughter taken from me over the past 6 months, leaving me with nothing but their memories and this house. But I fear that now I am the target for the invisible force that resides within these walls. I'm not even trying to lean into the microphone. I have to... Give me the fucking... I literally have to lean in so I can read this shit. I'm an old man. I'm an old man. But I fear that now I am the target of the invisible force that resides within the walls. I am trapped, unable to venture past the front door. Okay, I'm not doing that. I am trapped, unable to venture past the front door, the cellar hatch to the surrounding forest. Cellar hatch? There's a cellar. I hear voices from all around, cursing me for my actions. I occasionally see her, my Gwen, standing in the hallway, looking straight through me like she used to. I hope that I have saved her soul, but after seeing her apparition on a daily basis, I fear that all I have done is aid my tormentors. I now spend my days reading, researching, and translating the library. I feel that it's my purpose in this house. May God have mercy on my soul, and may death soon relieve me of the guilt I carry. Sad tale, you know? Hell. Alright, what now? Can I go inside of this thing? No, I can't go in there. I know. Remember the 5th of November, the gunpowder treason and plot and all that shit. Where is there a cellar? Oh, I don't like that. Ah, little girl, no! Well, she looks like a real young girl. Oh, I guess I thought that she was like a teenager or something, but I guess not. Oh god, I got goosebumps, look at this. Ah. Gwen Rehaim? Or just another hallucination? Ah! Yo, don't come for me like that, okay? Don't do that to me.
Wake up.
Shit. Don't tell me what to do. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Okay, so something has clearly changed. The blood of Gwen Rehaim stains the sheets. It was over 100 years ago that she was murdered, so how could the blood still be wet? Good question. Also, how does this house... That's not a 17th century dishwasher in there. That's not real. So how does this house have a dishwasher if the last tenants that lived there were in the 1870s? Like, what? Door is now ajar. Now what? Let me leave. Can I leave? Still can't. Yeah. I've opened every door except for that one. I can't seem to find the cellar that they were talking about. There's a cellar? What the hell is this cellar? I don't think that guy was the last person to live in this house, because there's still these body parts, you know? I'm trying to see if I've missed something. What have I missed? Is that the cellar door down? Is that one door that I can't seem to open up? Is that it? Nice 17th century kitchen. Oh, fucking hey. You say arm yourself with a slightly larger weapon. What other weapon? Have you seen any other weapon in this house? You should just pick up what you got, my guy. Arm yourself with a towel? I don't know. Do one of those like whoosh. Back ghosts. Okay, alright. I know what I've done wrong. By the way, this is my cat Raja. Say hi. He decided to join me. I figured it out. There are symbols that I keep missing because it's hard as hell for me to see them anyway. Number 1 was the head, I've seen that. Number 2, I think was the behind the painting. No, I think I'm missing a bunch actually, so there's definitely a couple that I am missing though. There's 4 symbols and 3 books. I've read all 3 books. Exmortis, the journal of the guy who found the house, and then Xavier Rehaim. Those 3 books I've read. Then you have to find right here. There it is. This symbol here. And then inside here, inside the safe, right here. Strange symbol smeared in blood on the safe, wall safe, yeah, okay. So there's that. Number 4. Oh, 4 is by the arm in the study downstairs. Right there. There it is. That's the one. Alright, so at this point I should be able to access this door. I should be able to. There it is. So that's what it was. I was missing those symbols. Now, door jams locked behind me. Oh, great. Part of the wall has been boarded up. Axe leans up against the wall. Let's take the axe. Hells yeah. Bloodstained axe. Oh, look. It's literally right here. Filtration unit with a ducting runs away from the actual house. But I can't leave, huh? Ah. Interesting. Don't like this. Autumnal system stretches off into the darkness. I'm gonna kill anybody that comes at me. Broseph. This is not sketchy at all. It's a lot of blood. Oh! Oh. Symbol appears on the forehead. Then that must mean this is the 5th sacrifice. If I'm not one of the 5 campers, then who am I? I can't be. No. Please, no. Yes, sir. Severed head of the man who attacked you. Yes. You are the one sacrificing. Small hole in the wall. Key. Not a key. Okay. That's gonna be to the other door. Yeah, man. The journal that you read upstairs about the guy who's been living in this house for well over a year has been having all these voices talk to you. Take a wild guess whose journal that might be.
Welcome back, child. You have served us well up until this point. Now serve us again. Become the hand of Exmortis. Devour the crimson life of 5. Marks of God.
Select the symbol in order to solve the puzzle, or make a run for the forest.
What is and what will be.
So you can make a run for the forest. I'm kind of curious. I wish I could save so I could just like start over from that point. I don't think I've ever made this choice. Oh, select the symbol. Oh, shit. Oh, what is the order? I don't know. Oh, there's an actual order here. Interesting. I don't remember. That one maybe, and then... Oh, no. In the house. In the house. If you actually think about the location of things in the house, where would they be? I think this is wrong. That's also wrong, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay, so let's go this one, and then... Oh shit, I couldn't see what was up top there. What about up in the attic? That, and that? No. Boom, boom. I'm almost certain that's correct. Then this, then that? No. Okay, make it a run for it. I don't remember. You gotta run. Run quick. The woods. Makeshift track winds out ahead. Ooh. I don't think I was actually on a time limit, but I'm curious to see where... There's other places you can go, other options to run. A well-used track that leads to civilization. You can finally return back to the world you've been kept from for so long. Oh, God, you son of a bitch. Well played, well played. No, get this out of here. And yeah, but then it starts over. This one, that one. No, this is definitely the first one. Second from the right, rightmost, second to the left, center. Oh, left, oh. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. There it is. Itchy nose. All right. Ooh. And so this is what happens if you solve the puzzle and actually do the sacrifices. There you go. That's ending number 2. Exmortis cult lures many. Ooh. Anarchy, major cities burn. End of the world, baby. Done ended the world. Millions die at the hand of Exmortis cult. So that's pretty much your two options. There's a third option, I think, where when you go to run, you actually run to where all the bodies are buried and you get caught that way or something. But basically, if you try to run, you die. And then, or you can give in and finish the incantation, finish the sacrifice, and bring Vlau back to the world. So that was Exmortis. I thought it would be a perfect game for Halloween. I haven't played it in so long. There's a lot of nostalgia there, and it's a really good game, honestly. So very creepy. You know, still to this day, as you saw, still like gives me goosebumps. And I'm like, it's the sound design and the imagery was so well done. They took a lot from Evil Dead, obviously heavily inspired it. A little bit of. Well, it said there at the end, it was a little bit inspired by Poltergeist and Hellraiser as well, but very clearly inspired a lot by Evil Dead and just the idea of like cults and things like that. So very well done. I mean, it still holds up years later. You know, this God, man, this game. I think this game came out in like the early 2000s. I think I discovered it when I was around like 13 or so. So it's been like 20 years now. Fantastic. So, all right. Well, with that, I'm going to leave this one here. Once again, happy Halloween to everyone out there. I hope you have a wonderful day. Unfortunately, I didn't have a costume to dress up in, so otherwise I would have worn it for this video. But if you're going to a costume party, I hope you win #1 costume. Get all the candy, and, you know, if you're doing any drinking or anything, be safe, but have a good time. And with that, we're going to wrap this video up here. So, as always, take care of yourselves, be good to each other, and always remember, the galactic shit happens every day. I'll see you folks in the next one.